Okay, guys, Serapis here, and I did promise you I'd be bringing you stuff from Fort Wayne, so this is my first round from Fort Wayne. And this first round actually went pretty well. My opponent, Megmi, can't remember her real name, sadly. Sorry about that. But it was well, I'm not going to say it was a good match, but it was a fun match. So her team was, I was using my old Pledge team, and her team really was really hostile to Pledge. Like, I had one Pokemon I could hit with it, or maybe two that I could hit for neutral damage. So I start with Haxorus and Zapdos instead, and I get a good matchup here because Gyarados and Rotom do not like my start at all. Now, I double target the Rotom with Rock Slide and Thunderbolt because I figured the Gyarados was going to protect. Well, it doesn't, and it actually goes for the Ice Fang on my Zapdos, which was interesting, but even if that was the case, I wasn't all that worried about it. I mean, in this matchup, Gyarados just really fails to scare me. I'm not certain what the Rotom was going to do. It was probably going to Will-O-Wisp, but I think I asked her, and I think she did say I was going to Will-O-Wisp, but I get the Rock Slide flinch, so that works. Now, I didn't think her Gyarados was a Mega Gyarados because it didn't Mega Evolve on the first turn, but apparently it is. I asked her about this, and she said that she just forgot to Mega Evolve, so, well, okay. Now, Zapdos does get the Thunderbolt onto Gyarados, but because it's a Mega Gyarados, it only does a bit over half. And to go for the Rock Slide here, I missed the KO on the Rotom and on the Gyarados. I actually think I get a critical hit. Yeah, I get a critical hit on the Gyarados, and I still miss the KO. And this turn, I get a double flinch and a critical hit on the Gyarados. I mean, it was almost painful. I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So I Thunderbolt the Gyarados, and I mean, here I made a little bit of a misplay as I proceed to Rock Slide again. I should have just Dragon Clawed, so I Rock Slide, and I missed the Rock Slide, and that allows her Rotom to get off a Will-O-Wisp. I really wasn't all that upset about it. I mean, I had just double flinched and critical hit it on a Rock Slide, so I was still okay with it. Now in comes Goodra, and I'm like, okay, I can take out the Rotom because I'm Choice Scarfed, and I will just proceed to Dragon Claw the Goodra. It'll do about 50% even though I'm burned. So things go out pretty much exactly as I had expected. I get the nice KO on Rotom, do a bit over 50% to Goodra, which is great because that means I can 2-hit KO. Goodra does go for the Rock Slide, which really surprised me. I don't think I've ever seen a physical Goodra, and certainly not a Rock Slide Goodra. I'm not certain exactly what that does because I don't think that would even KO a Mega Charizard Y, but I guess it's there for that coverage. It could probably do a decent bit to Talonflame. Anyways, I Thunderbolt the Aegislash and then decide to be that. Oh, I get another critical hit, and then I decide to be that smart guy and go for the Earthquake. So I get some nice damage onto Aegislash, get a little bit onto Goodra. Like, Aegislash took a lot of damage this turn, especially because of the critical hit. Goodra comes right back in with the Rock Slide. Actually gets the double KO, I believe. No, Haxorus barely survives and is finished off by the Aegislash. So I was at a very commanding 4-2, but as of this turn, we're right back down to the 2-2. And so it's kind of even in that respect. But my last two Pokemon are Chandelure and Lucario, my Mega Lucario. Since Philadelphia, I switched to a Physical Lucario, and I really like Physical Lucario because you can just close combat everything into the ground. And so, yeah. Mega Evolved Lucario, go right for the close combat on Goodra, and the Shadow Ball on the Aegislash. So I really wasn't worried about this anymore. I mean, Aegislash, I thought it was going to King's Shield, and because A, I can't touch Aegislash with my Lucario, and B, my Lucario is now a physical attacker, I didn't even bother attacking it, except with the Shadow Ball, so I close combated the Goodra just to grab the KO. Now it's a 2-on-1, and Aegislash, I mean, there's just no way she can come back from this. The start really, really hurt her as I proceeded to Hax her out with Haxorus because Haxorus is an amazing Pokemon. No, but the start was awesome, so yeah. Here I just go for the Bullet Punch to grab some extra damage. I mean, my other option was, let's see, Quick Guard, and Quick Guard does absolutely nothing unless it has Shadow Sneak. And even if it does have Shadow Sneak, I'm not worried about it because critical hit Shadow Sneak still fails to KO my Chandelure, so yeah. And that was round one. I started with a 1-0 win, and it was nice. But as you're going to see, the coming matches aren't quite as good. So leave a like for the round one win, and I'll be back with my second round of Fort Wayne in a little bit.